And at number 10, Donald Trump. One of the only people we can be sure will not be invited to the Met Gala is none other than former President Donald Trump. Although I should say he'll never be invited again because Trump has attended the Met Gala in the past. However, his political run changed that for him, and since he is hated by most of the Hollywood elites, it makes sense they would not want to party it up with him at the Met. This ban was confirmed when Anna Wintour, the legendary editor of Vogue that is in charge of the guest list, revealed it on The Late Late Show with James Corden. In 2017, during one of Corden's segments, Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts, Corden asked who Wintour would never again invite to the event, and she was quick to answer, Donald Trump. Since she was not shy to reveal it to the public, I'm sure she won't be going back on her word in the future. And at number 9, Khloe Kardashian. The Met Gala is a place that is usually full of Kardashians. Kim, Kylie, and Kendall are always a mainstay, with momager Kris also usually getting an invite. But fans have noticed over the years that Khloe and Kourtney have never attended the event, even though they could be considered more famous than some other celebrities that have made the cut. Insiders revealed that at first, Anna never wanted any of the Kardashians at the event. But over time, Kim, Kylie, and Kendall impressed Anna with their fashion, and she believed they were influential enough to be invited. Unfortunately, Khloe never made the cut, and insiders claim that Anna believed Khloe was, quote, too C-list to be invited to the event. After Khloe was once again not present at the 2021 Met, a rumor started that Khloe was actually banned from the event altogether. A fan tweeted at Khloe, quote, "Khloe, now that you are online, please tell us if the Met Gala rumors are true, because I'll burn that dinosaur's bones." Khloe then responded, quote, "Absolutely not true." She meant about the ban. Although if she was banned, I'm not sure she would exactly know about it. And at number 8, Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato had a terrible time at the 2018 Met Gala, and for that reason, even if they were invited again, I doubt they would actually go. During an interview with Billboard in 2019, Demi said how awful the Met Gala was, saying, quote, "I had a terrible experience. This one celebrity was a complete bitch and was miserable to be around. It was very cliquey. I remember being so uncomfortable that I wanted to drink." At this time, Demi was fighting to stay sober, so it was incredibly concerning that this event almost ruined all their progress. After the event, Demi revealed they went directly from the gala to an AA meeting, saying, quote, "I changed my clothes, but I still had my diamonds on. Millions of dollars of diamonds on in an AA meeting. And I related more to the homeless people in that meeting who struggled with the same struggles that I deal with than the people at the Met Gala." To make matters even worse, days after the gala, Demi got in a feud with Nicki Minaj when Minaj did not tag Demi in a group photo, clearly hinting that Nicki was the person who made it such a bad time for Demi. And at number 7, Amy Schumer. Another person who did not keep their negative feelings to themselves was comedian Amy Schumer. During an interview with Howard Stern in 2016, Schumer shared how awful the experience was, although she was of course grateful to be invited. During the interview she said, quote, "It's people doing an impression of having a conversation. I don't like the farce. We're dressed up like a bunch of effing a-holes. I don't like it. I have no interest in fashion. I don't care." She even claimed that the event felt like a punishment rather than a privilege. She continued, quote, "I left earlier than I should have been allowed. I got to meet Beyonce and she was like, 'Is this your first Met Gala?' And I was like, 'It's my last.'" And at number 6, Tim Gunn. Tim Gunn is a legendary fashion critic who made the mistake of criticizing the Met Gala, and after that he was of course never asked back. When Gunn was asked about going to the gala in 2016, he replied, quote, "It's very true, it's a crazy story, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a very matter-of-fact story. I was asked what's the most unforgettable thing I've ever seen in fashion, and I said, it's easy. It was watching Anna Wintour being carried down 5 flights of stairs by 2 bodyguards, 2 big hulking men, from a fashion show. All hell broke loose, it was insane. We've had an open war ever since." Since Gunn trashed the legendary Anna Wintour, his name has been blacklisted from every event since. And it's a clear snub since it's natural to assume he would be invited to the high fashion event. Halfway number 5, Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow is another celebrity who openly slammed the award show and paid the ultimate price. After Paltrow attended the Met in 2013, she told the Kylie and Jackie O show that, quote, "It sucked. Ouch." She continued that it seems like it would be the best thing in the world, adding, quote, "You always think, oh my god, it's going to be so glamorous and amazing, and you're gonna see all these people, and then you get there and it's so hot and it's so crowded and everyone's pushing you. I think we're all a bit old to dress up punk." Apparently these comments did not go over well, and Paltrow and Wintour had a minor feud in the years that followed. But over time the pair were able to make up, and Paltrow was invited to the 2017 Met. In at number 4, Zayn Malik. In my opinion, it's not a shock to see Zayn Malik on this list, because he's been very open about his hatred for snooty events like this. However, he attended the Met once because of his supermodel ex-girlfriend Gigi Hadid. After attending once in 2016, he was over it and has not attended since. He told GQ in 2018 about skipping the event, quote, "I'd rather be sitting at my house doing something productive than dressing up in really expensive clothes and being photographed on a red carpet. To do the self-indulgent, look at me, I'm amazing thing on the red carpet, it's not me." I'm sure Wintour did not like the harsh statement, along with the awkward headlines that came from Gigi Hadid walking the red carpet alone while they were dating. And at number 3, Tina Fey. Tina Fey does not care at all about events like the Met, and she's made that abundantly clear when she publicly trashed the prestigious event. Back in 2015, the comedian told David Letterman, quote, "I've gone to it once and it's such a jerk parade. Clearly I'll never go again. But you go and it's this beautiful space and it's just like every jerk from every walk of life is there wearing something stupid. You walk up these huge steps and I went in and dragged my husband along with me too, which I'm still in trouble for." From this statement, she clearly banned herself, and she's completely fine with never going back. Fey didn't stop there either, adding, quote, "If you had a million arms, all the people you'd want to punch are there." And at number 2, Kim Kardashian. Of course, this ban did not last because Kim and the other members of the Kardashian family are a mainstay at the event these days. But back when Kim was just a measly reality TV star trying to become an A-list celebrity, Anna Wintour made it clear that she would never be invited. A source revealed back in 2012 that Anna was reportedly adamant about keeping the reality show star off her guest list, bluntly stating, quote, "Anna hates Kim. Why would she be invited to the event? It's all the biggest stars in the world and Kim doesn't fit that bill at all," a source told Page 6. But of course, once Kim upped her style game and became a key figure in fashion, it was impossible not to have her attend. And finally at number 1, Coco Rocha. This is definitely the shadiest on this list, because Coco Rocha was banned after getting on the bad side of one of the event's co-chairs. Pretty much all of the time, Anna Wintour has sole control over the guest list and doesn't let outside voices have an effect on her decisions. But that changed in 2017 when she allegedly let one of her co-chairs ban someone. That year, Katy Perry helped host the event, but she never forgot the time supermodel Coco Rocha accused her of being a copycat, and she used her newfound power at the Met to make sure she got her payback. The drama started back in 2013 at the MTV VMAs, where Katy Perry wore the same Emmanuel Ungaro that Coco had donned at the year's Met Gala a few months before. Rocha then joked about the copying in an interview, and that was clearly enough to get her on Perry's very bad side. Starting off this countdown, we have Paris Hilton. In 2008, Paris Hilton was banned from attending the Oscars. She thought her 1.1 rating film The Hottie and the Naughty was big enough to land her a seat at the award show. Sadly, it wasn't. According to a source, and I quote, "Paris cried hot, salty tears when she was banned from the Oscars. She's desperate to be taken seriously as an actress and hoped she would be able to network with film executives." Another source revealed that Paris and a number of other women were banned from the Oscars to prevent the evening from turning into, and I quote, "down-market scrum." Not scum, scrum. That's insane. But don't feel too bad for Paris, she still managed to sneak into the after parties. Coming in at number 9, we have Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson was another woman banned from the Oscars in an attempt to keep it more classy. The same source as I previously mentioned said Pamela Anderson was another woman they banned to prevent the evening turning into down-market scrum. Frankly, they are scrum for doing this. The source continued on saying, and I quote, "They plan to focus on those people who have worked in the film industry for years, not people who are merely celebrities in other areas." In our 8th spot, we have Morgan Wallen. American country music singer Morgan Wallen was banned from the 2021 Billboard Music Awards after a leaked video surfaced showing him using a racial slur. He was banned despite receiving 6 nominations that year. The award show announced that they were banning Morgan, and I quote, "As his conduct does not align with our core values, we will not be including him on the show in any capacity." This isn't the first time he got banned from an award show though. On February 3rd, the Academy of Country Music announced that he was not going to participate in the 56th annual award show. They said, and I quote, "The Academy does not condone or support intolerance or behavior that doesn't align with our commitment and dedication to diversity and inclusion." So it looks like Morgan is banned from a couple of award shows, and who knows if he'll ever be invited back. In our 7th spot, we have Miley Cyrus. I don't know if you noticed, but Miley Cyrus was missing from the 2020 Grammy Awards. Now, some artists chose to skip the show for their own personal reasons, but it seems like Miley just wasn't invited. On Instagram, Cyrus posted a throwback clip of her performance from the 2013 MTV EMAs. She captioned the video, "And we wonder why I'm not invited to award shows anymore." In the video, we see Cyrus light up a joint on stage and take a couple of drags. Could this be why award shows aren't inviting her? Because of her past award show behavior? Seems like it. Miley's celebrity friends were quick to like her video and post encouraging comments like, "Don't ever change," and "I'd invite you first, TBH." Honestly, Miley's just a good time. Like, let's start a petition to get her unbanned. In our 6th spot, we have Kevin Hart. Back in 2019, Kevin Hart was scheduled to be the host for the 2019 Academy Awards. However, old homophobic tweets of his from 2009 and 2011 resurfaced online, and he was immediately blasted. Just to give you an idea of how controversial his tweets were, one of them from 2011 said, and I quote, "Yo, if my son comes home and tries to play with my daughter's dollhouse, I'm going to break it over his head and say in my voice, 'Stop, that's gay.'" To make matters worse, Hart even did stand-up routines talking about how he was scared that his son was going to be gay. Now, instead of apologizing and attempting to keep his role as the host, Kevin voluntarily stepped down and said he will not apologize for his past tweets. He said he's done apologizing for them. He said, and I quote, "There's no more conversation about it. I'm over that. I'm over the moment. I'm not giving no more explanation of who I am. I'm just done." I don't think Hart will be getting an invite in the future, but who knows. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with Bill Cosby. In 2018, Bill Cosby was unwelcome at the Emmys. The Academy said that they are erasing his name from the Emmys website and removing his bust display. Now, they didn't say he was officially banned from the show, they just said that he's not welcome there, which basically means you're not invited. Don't come, don't show up, we don't want you here. This is due to the fact that Bill Cosby has taken advantage of a number of women throughout the years. In our 4th spot today, we have Tekashi 6ix9ine. In 2018, Nicki Minaj was invited to perform at the MTV VMAs. She was invited to sing her song Fifi, which was originally a Tekashi 6ix9ine song featuring Nicki Minaj, but later turned into a Nicki song featuring Tekashi 6ix9ine. But Nicki Minaj didn't want to perform the song without him, so she tried her best to swing it so that he attends the MTV VMAs with her. But sadly, he never got approved by the officials. Nicki ended up revealing on one episode of Queen Radio that, and I quote, "I don't want anyone to think for a second that I wouldn't invite him to perform his hit record. I want everyone to know my character. I wanted him to perform with me at the VMAs, and somewhere along the line he didn't get approved to perform by the powers that be." In our 3rd spot, we have Ricky Gervais. If you watched the 2020 Golden Globes, then you know exactly why Ricky is on today's list. He took the opportunity as the host to make jokes about Hollywood. He called a number of people perverts and joked about serious scandals and issues in the industry. A lot of attendees were left completely shocked by his speech. And I guess so were the officials behind the Oscars. When it was time for the 93rd Academy Awards, Ricky was not invited. He poked fun at this by tweeting his speech from the Golden Globes and captioning it, "It's the Oscars tonight. I wasn't invited. Was this something I said?" Coming in at number 2, we have Marilyn Manson. Now, this one isn't that shocking considering that the Antichrist superstar has done some pretty controversial things over the years. You know, like taking a broken beer bottle and cutting himself open on stage with it, or urinating on the crowd. That alone is why he doesn't get invited to award shows. But just recently, 5 women came forward saying Marilyn was abusive towards them. One of the women was his former partner, Evan Rachel Wood. Due to these allegations, his guest star appearances in a number of shows have been removed, like American Gods and Creepshow. So if they're removing his scenes in shows, there's no way they're inviting him to any award shows. And in our number 1 spot today, we have Kevin Spacey. Back in 2017, actor Anthony Rapp claimed that when he was 14, Spacey made a sexual advancement towards him. This empowered other victims to come forward. Over the years, a number of men have come forward claiming that Kevin Spacey tried to make advancements on them or that he has taken advantage of them. Kevin Spacey is now blacklisted from Hollywood and will not be attending any award shows anytime soon. Coming at number 10, we have Paris Hilton. While Paris Hilton tends to be in attendance at almost every party, fashion show, and awards, even Paris Hilton reportedly was banned from attending the Oscars since 2008. And when the socialite first heard of the news, she surely wasn't happy about it, and she was actually devastated that she couldn't attend the prestigious award event. With a source claiming that Paris cried a lot when she found out she was banned from the Oscars, it would also be noticed that Paris was desperate to be taken seriously as an actress, and she hoped she would be able to network with the film bods. Word on the block is Paris even spent $2 million on a dress for the ceremony back in 2008 before she heard about her ban, which left her feeling so embarrassed to attend the Oscars after show parties, and even considering going in disguise due to her ban. She was even tempted to go to the parties afterwards but wear her trademark wig to save her dignity. Said that Paris would even find herself being snubbed from the event in a bid to prevent the event from turning into a down market scrum. Hi my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming at number 9, we have Will Smith. So last year, actor Will Smith was issued a 10-year ban by the Film Academy after he disrupted the recent 94th Oscars by slapping presenter Chris Rock on the stage. The ban prohibits Smith from attending all Academy-related events, both virtual and in person, for a period of 10 years. It doesn't, however, make him ineligible for nominations at the Oscars. Smith had taken offense to a joke Chris made about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and he then walked up on the stage and in a shocking moment hit the comedian across the face. Less than an hour later, Will would then win the Oscar for Best Actor, and in his speech he would apologize for his fellow nominees in the Academy. A day later, he issued a public apology to Rock, and sometime after that, he announced his resignation from the Academy. The Academy would then come out with a statement and said the 94th Oscars was meant to be a celebration of many individuals in our community who did incredible work this past year. However, those moments were overshadowed by the unacceptable and harmful behavior we saw Mr. Smith exhibit on stage. The actor then went on to accept the decision, which means he will no longer be able to attend this year's ceremony as a presenter, as in the tradition of the Oscars. While the decision to expel a member isn't unheard of before it happened to Smith, there have actually been a handful of members expelled by the Academy. Coming at number 8, we have Miley Cyrus. Have you ever noticed that Miley Cyrus has been pretty much missing from all the award shows lately? Well, back in 2020, Miley would post a clip of herself from the 2013 MTV EMAs, where she would be shown taking out a pre-roll from her black Chanel clutch and lighting it up on stage in the middle of her presenting duties. While sporting a bodysuit and a furry coat, she then oozed an effort amount of cool when she did the unthinkable during the show. With Miley taking a clip and posting it, she would caption the clip by saying, "Wonder why I'm not invited to award shows anymore." While the star hasn't chosen to elaborate on the video, it certainly isn't really clear if she was joking or not, but it has been some time that we've seen Miley hitting up the award shows. And it looked like her celebrity friends, like designer Alexander Wang, found the dig humorous enough. He even told the wild child to never change. Even Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Lisa would chime in to let Miley know if she ever had an award show, she would have the singer there. Whether it's true or not, we love a good Miley presenting the celebrations, as she always comes out to slay. Number 7, Kevin Spacey. After allegations made by more than 30 different individuals that Kevin Spacey had made 30 unwanted advances towards younger men, in 2017 BuzzFeed would publish allegations made by Anthony Rapp that said Kevin had made some unwanted advances towards Rapp when he was only 14. And since, more than 30 people have come forward with their own allegations against Spacey, with accounts ranging from a number of different allegations. Bringing the lawsuit to light would stand as part of a larger movement to stand up against all forms of violence. Rapp claimed that Spacey climbed on top of him at a party in New York City when he was younger. Kevin would then gladly deny Rapp's allegations, and his lawyers would create this story, in which in a large part of the made-up story would claim that Anthony was jealous of Spacey's career in the entertainment industry. And then, when more allegations started to come forward, Kevin would finally admit to his actions, but said it was okay because he was gay. Since the allegations have come forward, Kevin is now blacklisted from Hollywood, and he will no longer be allowed to attend any award shows anytime soon. Number 6, Adam Kimmel.
Cinematographer Adam Kimmel is known for his work on Lars in The Real Girl. However, in 2021, Adam would find himself being expelled from the Academy following the emergence of his history after allegations came forward about his misconduct with women. Adam had been arrested twice. Both times, the allegations involved a younger female. In 2003, when he was 43 years old, he would plead guilty to making unwanted advances to a girl in New York who was around 15 and 16 years old. In 2010, Kimmel would be arrested again in Connecticut for 4th degree of unwanted advancements involving a younger person and failure to register as a SO. Due to the crimes and the hurt he inflicted on a handful of younger women, the Academy saw fit to expel Adam from the Academy and permanently place a ban on him from attending any Academy Awards. While the Academy strives on protecting the safety of their performers and guests, they couldn't guarantee that Adam wouldn't be a threat to any female in the audience, and they couldn't justify his actions and decided that he should be banned from attending the ceremonies going forward. But the fact that his crimes happened between 2003 and 2010 and the Academy still allowed him to attend the ceremonies until 2021 is actually pretty messed up. Number 5. Kevin Hart. After an old controversy from 2018 continued to dominate the headlines in 2019 after he was announced as being the host for the 2019 Academy Awards, comedian Kevin Hart publicly stepped down from his gig when a series of old homophobic tweets resurfaced. Kevin's anti-gay ideology wasn't exactly a secret before, as he devoted part of his 2010 stand-up special to describe his terror that his son would turn out to be gay and his intention to prevent it however he could. And after that year, you think Hollywood might have done some Twitter search before naming its host. In Kevin's response just hours before stepping down, he would not apologize, and he would say in a video, "Guys, I'm almost 40 years old. If you don't believe that people change, grow, evolve as they get older, I don't know what to tell you. I want to hold people in a position where they always have to justify or explain the past. Then you do. I'm the wrong guy, man. I'm in a great place, a great mature place, where all I do is spread positivity." 6 hours later though, he would reconsider and he would finally step down from his hosting gig, and then he would make a formal apology to the LGBTQ community, and you probably won't see him attending any award shows anytime soon. Number 4. Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson is another woman banned from the Oscars like Paris Hilton in an attempt for the award ceremony to keep things more classy. Except everything about Pamela Anderson is actually pretty classy except for her R-rated tape. Sources would confirm that Pamela would be banned from attending the ceremony so the Academy officials could prevent the evening from turning into a downmarket scrum. The inside source would also continue to say that the Academy plans to focus more on those people who have worked in the film industry for years, not people who were merely celebrities in other areas. But Pamela has been in the industry since 1991, when she landed her most major acting gig on Baywatch and gave us the iconic red bathing suit look. So to say that she couldn't be at the Oscars because she wasn't in the film industry for years would just be absurd. But then other sources would come forward to say the decision to ban certain stars is down to the fact that Hollywood's Kodak Theater holds less than half the capacity of the previous venue, and even high-profile stars are struggling to secure tickets to the event. But if that's the real case, why would the Academy even think it was a good idea to downgrade their venue to one of the biggest award shows of the year? Number 3. Carmine Carditi. The Godfather star Carmine Carditi was banned from the Oscars after he was summoned by the FBI. While Carmine's strength as an actor got him steady work for many years, eventually earning him his membership in the Academy. As a member, he was actually pretty inappropriate to viewers. Eventually, trouble would come to town when Russell Prague visited Chicago and was introduced to Carmine by another member of the Godfather Part 3 cast. When Carmine mentioned that he was able to watch screeners for the latest film, Russell was somehow able to talk him into sharing these screeners with him. As part of Carmine's agreement with the Academy, this was not allowed. Even so, Carmine decided to still go along with it as he wanted to share his privileged position with a friend. This would work out well for time, but things quickly began to spiral out of control when the FBI got involved. Rather than a harmless movie fan Carmine thought Russell was, he actually turned out to be one of the most notorious film pirates in the country. Instead of watching the movies, he would copy them and distribute them to the internet. With both men being taken in by the FBI, Carmine would find himself being sued by Columbia Pictures and Warner Brothers, and he would become the first person ever banned from the Academy. Number 2. Roman Polanski. Movie director Roman Polanski would end up being expelled from the Academy of Motion pictures, arts, and sciences over charges of unwanted advances on younger women. Back in August of 2020, Roman would lose a court bid to be reinstated as a member. Roman, who won an Oscar in 2003, would be banned by the Academy in May 2018 because of a long-standing criminal case, which dates all the way back to 1977. The director then argued in a civil lawsuit he was denied by the Academy when it decided to expel him under a code of conduct drawn up in response to his unwanted advancement misconduct allegations against dozens in the entertainment industry. The Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Mary H. Strobel wrote in a ruling that Polanski was given the opportunity to present any evidence he deemed relevant to the Academy, including a lengthy brief from his attorney and a video statement. While Roman has continued to deny his misconduct, he did win an Oscar in 2003 for The Pianist. But I think we were all pleased when the court confirmed that the Academy's procedure to ban him from the awards ceremony was both fair and reasonable. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Britney Spears. Britney Spears has found herself being barred from the Oscars since 2005, and since she's even been banned from attending all the celebrity-filled pre-Oscar parties. While Britney has been desperate to dress up and snare an invite to one of several glitzy bashes that are happening across LA, she's been met with a stony and embarrassing silence from the organizers. Britney is definitely still a big name in Hollywood, and a lot of people in town know her for all the wrong reasons. While the Oscars has chosen to snub her from pretty much anything, they claim it's because she's a car crash waiting to happen, and organizers don't want to take the risk of her showing up and creating a scene. With every celebrity battling to secure the most high-profile guest, Britney is being seen as a gamble no one wants to take, with one source saying her presence at any party would instantly generate lots of publicity, but while it's tempting to send out an invite, it's a hassle they don't really want. There's also still been a mounting concern among fellow A-listers of Britney's mental health, and they feel like the parties would still be too much for Britney, and her fragile state might just tip her over the edge if she was to attend. While Britney was definitely devastated over the snubs, she definitely has a lot to look forward to as she's back in the studio creating some major bangers.